Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. It's Saturday morning. At 5:52 in the morning. Yeah. Hope life's treating y'all well. You know what I mean? We made it to the weekend. So I just want to say thanks for everyone that's listening. You know what I mean? We appreciate it, Michelle and I. So I'm just going to get this episode kicked off, get some coffee in me. You know what I'm saying? Pop the news on. Yeah, and holler at y'all for a little bit. Please enjoy the episode, and thanks for listening. She's taking a lot of heat.
I mean, is there a craze for this happening?
She looks horrible.
Yeah. Because, she looks like AI,
Yeah, she does.
Superstar with unlimited resources in this department.
She was just like, I'll call her, I'll mispronounce her name if I want to. I was like, damn.
Another doctor, but in the background,
okay, she's going to ride her bike over.
Ketamine clinics, you see ketamine for depression, and these are things that during COVID,
clearly she can sense that I'm tapped out on helping others.
And a lot of doctors working with people in depression were doing, doses of a particular kind of ketamine.
It's an embarrassment to the United States
did you
and our
notice
democracy
the elevator smells
that
better?
one of our
Yeah, it did smell a little better.
It smells like they cleaned.
Convicted, 34 times convicted felon.
Like the lobby, too.
The world looks at us.
It felt like the floor was sticky, but it was like as if they cleaned the floor.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab one.
Okay.
As our candidate
Come on, Chair.
for president.
Come on.
When is Republican leadership today that has allowed this to happen?
Going out. Oh, it smells so nice in here.
Wear my slippers.
I'll have to try out that shiatsu back massager tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Not you, Chewy, just try it.
Ground beef.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like they vacuumed the hallway, like, there's kind of garbage there.
Yeah.
What, because you just gave everybody blanket reasons?
Right.
Hi.
Hey.
Been a long time. Wages for blacks are better than they've been in a long time. You did a lot of good.
Let me just finish this to both of you.
From all walks of
This doesn't take that much courage.
Oh, the video went out.
A lot of rich history comes out of my district in South Carolina that I'm vehemently proud of.
With respect.
Trump injecting Vice President Harris's race and then suggesting that she's not actually black. Why is he doing that? Should he stop?
You got anything?
Well, I mean,
Yes or no?
I didn't hear him say it. I didn't hear what he said about her race. I am not going to weigh in on her race. As a woman, I
He did say it.
Okay, well, as a
He
woman,
definitely said it.
I want
She
to weigh
turned black,
in.
he said she was raised Indian. Now she was Indian, all he knew. Now
Well, she's
turned
a
black.
mixed race. She's a mixed race.
He said that to the National Association of Black Journalists.
Right.
He went to, and he said at the same event where he said he'd done more for black people than any president in history.
I guess here's the
When
thing.
he was president, wages for women were better than they've been in a long time. Wages for blacks were better than
The
they've been in
lowest
a
black
long time.
unemployment rate in history.
He did a lot of good. He did a lot of good
Let me just finish this
for
to both of
people
you.
from all walks of the
This
country.
doesn't take that much courage, honestly, to just say that was out of bounds.
I don't know what he said. I didn't see.
He said she turned black. He questioned whether she was really black. I don't think that's that hard to say. That's out of bounds. Can you say that?
I mean, I didn't say it, and I would not
just
say it.
yes. Just say yes.
All right.
I just
Guys,
we are.
connected
We
to
are.
your inability to
I'm not-
pronounce her
We are out of time.
Boss right
We are
there.
out of time.
It's a cult. They won't say anything that goes against the cult. Yes, you are.
my friend, we are out of
Won't speak out against the leader is Donald Trump.
We are out of time at the table.
The fact that you talk to
Thank
women
you
this way is ridiculous.
You just talked about a black woman that way.
In what way?
for
She
being here
doesn't
at
know
the
what a
table.
woman is.
Thank you for watching at home. No time for nightcaps tonight. Laura Coates Live.
That shit was crazy as hell, that lady.
Insane. All because you don't want to speak ill, and then because you probably have an election coming up yourself.
Right, she's a congresswoman or some bullshit.
Yeah, so like, if she says anything, then he's going to talk shit about her.
Right.
She'll lose her area.
Did he pee?
Yep, twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Charlie, sleepy kids first.
Come on, Charlie. Hold on. Okay. I'll get this. Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on, let me grab these. They're gonna get stuck in the doorway. Waiting on nothing?
No. I mean, I ordered, so I know.
Stuff off to the side.
Right, so it isn't in, like, the window?
You want to put it up to the side?
Huh? I mean, no.
No?
I don't want to touch them. So, like, why don't they just have a box?
That's what I'm saying. They could have the vending machine. You know what? They could have the vending machine on this wall. And then they could be putting all this stuff right there and then put a blind on that window
Or
in order
even,
to see
like,
through it.
a box here. But, yeah, you can probably lock the doors. Well, they last longer if you mount them weekly.
Like they could.
I didn't even catch that.
I did. I'm like, they're charging her for 2 spots.
Well, and then I'm wondering, have you been charging this since January?
You know, something like she switched it.
Oh.
So when
I didn't say I wanted
we're talking about rent increase, y'all. They upped our rent. Yeah.
I'm going to look at what I first paid with the rent, like in December.
We were parking out there probably for the first couple months.
Yep, we started Jan 1st. Remember, it was like,
So we've been underground for at least around 6 months.
yeah, because remember, it was like New Year's Eve weekend or something.
So she should owe you around $300-something.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to look at my check stub and see what I was paying.
That was the first thing I noticed. I'm like, what? I'm like, how much she being charged for 2 spots? I only parked in one. They're forgetting about to change stuff.
Strong. Yeah.
And then you're still being charged. And they'll just kind of blow it off. Oh, well.
Oh, I thought that you were doing 2 spots.
Exactly. That's what they'll say.
I only have 1 car, so.
That'll be her out. Because she thought.
Right.
Or that, or, yeah.
Or
take it off the.
or she just made a mistake on this new lease. I don't know, but I gotta look at my.
Take it off the rent.
Yep.
Or something. She's gonna be making no sense.
Well, I'm not sure that's fair to say, Congressman.
I think it's fair. They see us as disposable. When President Biden goes out onto a tarmac, checks his watch, they're seeing us as disposable individuals.
What?
I mean, they don't calculate the cost of war for when you come home. Right now, let's talk about a factual thing.
What's this dumbass white man? Sorry. You don't. No, dude ain't even white.
The Harris
might be
Biden
a fake
administration
Asian.
is trying to strip you of your community care. They want you to come back into the VA, no matter the wait times. That's the population most vulnerable of 22 veterans a day suicide.
But Congressman,
That's the Harris Biden administration.
I think you can disagree with them on policy, disagree with them on the Afghanistan exit. We've had plenty of Republicans here who have. But to say that President Biden it doesn't appreciate military service, given his son, I think you would agree that's an unfair comment.
Yeah. one more clip I'm going to play for y'all before I get out of here. So this is a military, vet. He's in the armed forces or whatnot. And he's pissed at Trump. Trump's disrespecting, talking about which medals are more important than other medals and all this kind of stuff. He's basically disrespecting, the armed service people, basically. Saying a civilian award is more important than someone that's been to war and shit, battling and fighting and stuff like that. So this guy says, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Trump's comments about the Medal of Honor finally made me lose my cool. So let's see what he's talking about. This is a white fella.
Act. Hey everybody, this is Ted. I'm actually making this video from vacation right now.
Ted, definitely a white guy name. No, he seems like a cool dude. He seems like maybe he's going to vote for Kamala. It's Kamala. For people, for everyone, it's Kamala. Just think right before you're about to say it, comma, think like comma, period. Just think comma. You put a comma between, words and stuff. Yeah, Kamala. Because see, here's the thing. Some white people, they'll be saying her name wrong. Kamala. People try to make, because Kamala, it's in Africa, Kamala. It's Uganda is in Africa. So you remember the wrestler back in the day, his name was Kamala, the Ugandan giant or whatever his name was. And some white people, they're always telling black people to go back to Africa and all that bullshit. That's one of their go-tos when they get mad at black people. Go back to Africa. All that bullshit. But like some white people, they don't like Africa. It's a negative in their mind. You know what I mean? So that's why they be saying that. Because Kamala, Because let's face it, a good number of white people don't like nothing about Africa. They don't like African names, how they sound. You know what I mean? So that's why I be saying some white people be trying to butcher her name. It's Kamala, not Kamala.
And I can't believe I'm actually doing this, but I need to say something. The disrespect and the vile comments that Trump keeps on making about veterans is enough. If you care anything about the service people that have fought and died for this country and the crap coming out of his mouth, you get out and vote. Enough is enough. The men and women who have died for this country don't deserve the disrespect from somebody like him. In order to win a Congressional Medal of Honor, you either have to die or be severely injured in a heroic act. Something that this former president knows nothing about.
Word. No lies detected.
It's an embarrassment to United States
did you
and our
notice
democracy
the elevator smelled
that one of our
yeah, it did smell a little better.
It smells like they cleaned.
Convicted, 34 times convicted felon.
Like the lobby too.
The world looks at us.
It felt like the floor was sticky, but it was like as if they cleaned the floor.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab a switch.
Okay.
As our candidate
Come on, Chair.
for president.
Come on.
It's a sad moment. History will ask.
Where's that?
Today, when is Republican leadership today that has allowed this to happen?
Yep, we're going out. Oh, it smells so nice in here.
I'm just gonna wear my slippers.
Ooh, we'll have to try out that shiatsu back massager tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Not you, Chewy, just try it.
I smell ground beef.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like they vacuum the hallway, though. Now look at those kind of garbage there.
Yeah.
What, because you just gave everybody rent increases?
Right.
Hey.
In a long time, wages for blacks were better than
The lowest black unemployment rate in history.
He did a lot of good.
Let me just finish this
for
to both of you.
People from all walks of the
This
country.
doesn't take that much courage.
Oh, the video went out.
Certainly take that, but I'm wondering.
And a lot of rich history
I'm
comes
wondering
out of my
about
district in
Trump.
South Carolina that I'm deeply proud of.
With respect.
Trump injecting Vice President Harris's race and then suggesting that she's not actually black. Why is he doing that? Should he stop?
You got anything?
Well, I mean,
Yes or no?
I didn't hear him say it. I didn't hear what he said about her race. I am not going to weigh in on her race.
Yeah.
As a woman, I
He
like
did say it.
Okay, well, as a
He
woman,
definitely said it.
I want
She
to weigh
turned black,
in.
he said. He said she was raised Indian. Now she was Indian, all he knew. Now
Well, she's a
black.
mixed race. She's a mixed
He
race.
said that to the National Association of Black Journalists.
Right.
He went to, and he said at the same event where he said he'd done more for black people than any president in history.
I guess here's the thing.
When he was president, wages for women were better than they've been in a long time. Wages for blacks were better
The
than they've
lowest
been in a
black
long time.
unemployment rate in
He
history.
did. He
Happened
did a
under
lot of
Joe
good.
Biden.
He did a lot of good
Let me just finish this
for
to both of
people
you.
from all walks of the
This
country.
doesn't take that much courage, honestly, to just say that was out of bounds.
I don't know what he said. I didn't see
He
the
said
Come
that
on,
she
come on.
turned black. He questioned whether she was really black. I don't think that's that hard to say. That's out of bounds. Can you say that?
I mean, I didn't say it, and I would not
just
say it.
yes. Just say yes.
All right.
I just
Guys,
we are.
Connect that to
we
your
are-
inability to
I'm not-
pronounce her name.
We are out of
It's a-
time.
it's a
Moss
very-
right there.
We are out
Hey.
of time.
It's a cult. They
This
won't
is
say
Moss.
anything that goes
I'm not in
against
a
the cult.
cult. Are you
Yes, you
kidding
are.
me?
You are a
My
cult
friend,
Are you
member.
kidding
My
me?
friend,
I have a
we are
diverse
out
district.
You won't
We
speak
are
out against the cult member. You're a
Say her
cult.
name.
Cult leader is Donald Trump.
We are out of time
The
at the
fact
table.
that you talk to
Thank
women
you
this way is ridiculous.
You just talked about a black
being
woman that
here.
way.
In what
Thank
way?
you for
She
being
doesn't
here at
know
the
what a
table.
woman is.
Thank you
She
for
doesn't
watching
know what a
at
woman
home.
is.
No time for nightcaps tonight. Laura Coates Live.
That shit was crazy as hell, that lady.
Insane. All because you don't want to speak ill, and then because you probably have an election coming up for yourself.
Right, she's a congresswoman or some bullshit.
Yeah, so like, if she says anything, then he's going to talk shit about her.
Right.
She'll lose her area.
Did he pee?
Yep, twice.
Okay. Here, I'll get this for you.
Charlie, sleepy kids first.
Come on, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Okay. I'll get this. Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on, let me grab these. They're gonna get stuck in the doorway. You ain't waiting on nothing?
No. I mean, I ordered something.
Stuff off to the side.
Wait, so it isn't in like the window?
You wanna put it up to the side?
Huh? I mean, no.
No?
I don't want to touch. So like, why don't they just have a box?
That's what I'm saying. They could have the venom. You know what? They could have the vending machine on this wall. And then they could be putting all this stuff right there and then put a blind on that window
Or
so no one
even
can see
like
through it.
a box here, but yeah, you can probably mop the floors. Well, they last longer if you mop them weekly.
Like they could. Like this shit just looks like this. Like they miss all, but like they never clean this. Like, they could maybe paint, like...
They just painted, like
this shouldn't be white.
Right.
Like, maybe make it look a little more like
gray.
Like that shit looks... That shit looks generic as hell.
Yeah. I'm going to talk to her tomorrow.
That shit looks like,
Because also, have you been charging me 2 spots all this time?
That's what I was saying. I noticed it in the lease thing. I'm like, what?
I didn't even catch that.
I did. I'm like, they're charging her for 2 spots.
Well, and then I'm wondering, have you been charging me since
Did she switch it?
January?
No, something like she switched it.
Right.
So then that
I didn't
means...
say I wanted to add a spot.
So then that means...
You open running?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at what I first paid with the rent, like in December.
We were parking out there for the first couple months.
Yep, we started Jan 1st. Remember, it was like...
So we've been underground for at least around 6 months.
Yeah, because remember, it was like New Year's Eve weekend or something.
So she should owe you around $300 something. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to look at my check stub and see what I was paying.
That was the first thing I noticed. I'm like, what? I'm like, how is she being charged for 2 spots? I only parked in 1. And they're forgetting to change stuff.
Strong. Yeah.
And then you're still being charged. And they'll just kind of blow it off. Oh, well.
Oh, I thought that you were doing 2 spots.
Exactly. That's what they'll say.
I only have 1 car, so.
That'll be her out. Because she thought. What you mean?
What?
Or that, or yeah.
Or
take it off the.
Or she just made a mistake on this new lease. I don't know, but I can look at my.
Take it off the rent.
Yeah.
Or something.
And for sure, everybody got their flowers.
Right.
And I bet there was a handful of people that probably
And we're probably like, what? And you want to raise and unsecure and stuff getting stolen and you want to raise rent? Like, dude, like that's disrespectful to even do that. And the place ain't even secure. People's things have been getting stolen and shit, and you're raising the rent? Dude, that's so disrespectful, man.
Like, I just told her last week, I said...
That don't even make sense.
I said, I realize you're not the property manager, but I said, but there's garbage, there's nut wrappers on the grass, it's in the hallway, there's candy wrappers in the hallway.
Man, dude, like...
The elevator stank, and there's usually shit spilled in there. But, I said, don't go raising my rent if you're not going to clean the carpet or replace the carpet in the hallway.
You should have told her that.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
And she was, because I said, I'm sure there's a renting place, like, that's what happened. I get it.
But damn, man.
And I said, but if nothing's changed, what?
And like, what are the improvements? It ain't like, oh, well, we got a new pool in the building. I'm just saying.
Right.
So, like...
Or we repaved the...
Like, what are we seeing that... What are the changes that we're seeing...
Right.
To make the rent go up?
And then I said, and I'm still stepping in an inch full of water in my parking spot.
Right.
So every time I get out of the car, I'm stepping in water.
Right. And if you're a day late with the rent, they're giving you eviction papers down
right.
here. Fuck, man. Fuck out here. It's crazy as hell, man. Shit is crazy. That shit don't be making no sense.
President Biden goes out onto a tarmac, checks his watch, they're seeing us as disposable.
What?
They don't calculate the cost of war for when you come home. Right now, let's talk about a factual thing.
What's this dumbass white man? Sorry. He don't. No, dude ain't even white.
The
You might be a fake
administration
Asian.
is trying to strip you of your community care. They want you to come back into the VA no matter the wait times. That's the population most vulnerable of 22 veterans a day suicide.
But Congressman,
that's the Harris-Biden administration.
I think you can disagree with them on policy, disagree with them on the Afghanistan exit. We've had plenty of Republicans here who have. But to say that President Biden it doesn't appreciate military service, given his son, I think you would agree that's an unfair comment.
I wouldn't say that at all. We're comparing. You're talking about
words. These people are so crazy.
You're talking about words of President Trump versus literal actions
it's crazy
of the Biden administration. Again, and I'll use these words. They go out there and they treat our servicemen.
He don't care.
His son did serve in the military, but he's treating the rest of the military like we are disposable, and we are not. And that's the way that his administration has treated service members on the battlefield and those that came home, as though we're disposable items that you can get rid of.
They don't respect
there
as they're
are
Democrat.
certainly people who would disagree with that. The fact that his son served as well. Congressman Brian Mast, thank you for your time tonight.
I wouldn't even have thanked him for shit, punk ass dude. Those are the type
next
of
for us,
people that...
he would not lie for Donald Trump or help him overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. The Secretary of State there, you all know his name, Brad Raffensperger, is now fighting an expensive legal battle for telling the truth.
I have a beer on them type of people. Because they're all out here.
An alternative to pills, Voltaren is a clinically proven arthritis pain relief gel which penetrates deep to target the source of pain with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medicine directly.
So where are all these people going to be? Back from work. Good morning, Chewy. Chewy will be sitting by the door waiting for me to come in. Hi. Good morning. You want breakfast? So I'm going to feed the pets. Got to take Charlie out. Yeah. And let's see. I think I deserve. You know what I think I deserve, y'all? And I think y'all deserve one too. Another cup of Un Cafe. This is the Collectivo Black and Tan Organic. Yep. Go say good morning to Michelle. And then take the dogs out. Oh. And I gotta get this Good Morning America off the TV. I don't really like Good Morning America. I like the CBS news on Saturday mornings. Like I like the local Milwaukee CBS morning show, and then the Saturday CBS morning show, and then I like the Sunday CBS Sunday morning show. What's that with Jane Pauley? Yeah, I love that show. Let's see what's going on. I think it's time for a little music interlude. Little SP. Styles P. Enjoy y'all Saturday, y'all. Peace and enjoy the weather.
Moonrise when the sun drop. A whisper's louder than the gunshot. Life's a chance, you take it like a jump shot. Should I keep smoking if the blunt drop? Is the year what a month watch? Is the week what a day watch? Should a cold-hearted man try to stay hot? Should a wise man try to not rot? Should he? Could I see with my third eye? Why would a fish cry when a bird die? If I live by my word, it's my word I. Through nouns and adverbs, could I purge my soul on my son's feet? Even though low, I'm not one deep. That means something that's amongst me. Synergy, I feel energy in the front seat. Yeah.
I'ma survive as long as I got me and my nine. I'ma get by as long as I got me and my pride. And if I should die, I pray to my soul after this life. That if I should fly away, I'll experience one love.
Wide awake, but I'm still asleep. Talking to my soul as an ill feat. I'm on land, but you feel me. Let my thoughts swim in the water so they get real deep. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Hey, y'all, I heard he put somebody in jail. It ain't the first time. A nigga that'll shoot you and tell, they the worst kind. I got everything out the mud. Had a dirt grind. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos, we the earth signs. I wish I could reverse times. This Rochester, New York, if you Google search the worst crimes. Don't eat places where they serve swine. Make random art speaking with a damaged heart and hurt mine. I never let you niggas hurt mine. I was worth 900,000 before I put out my first rhyme. Get dog food and disperse dimes. Heard if you feed a dog raw egg, it make his fur shine. The streets where I learned mine. Not medical school, but eat off the same veins the nurse find. Jesus took water and turned wine. I'm the same. I started with a quarter, now I
gave
serve
them what they wanted. Always kept it 100. Can't call it off now, nigga. Gave you what you wanted. Better build the ark, nigga. I'm about to flood it. And when them blicky spark, just know you had it coming. You knew you had it coming. Always kept it 100. Can't call it off now, nigga. Gave you what you wanted. Better build the ark, nigga. I'm about to flood it. And when the blicky spark, just know you had it coming. You knew you had it coming.
Murder sports without moving cautious, it almost cost us. We been them niggas before the office, go call your bosses. That made me sick to my stomach, just off the thought I'm nauseous. It came to way to ignore your wins and record your losses. Went from accords to Porsches. When you were walkers, dog, that money came with all these entendres. It brought me double crosses. Success unlocked the jaws of all the talkers. I thank the Lord I saw this. Somewhere along the lines, the slums went corporate. Being trapped in the bubble taught us it wasn't for us. Now they applaud us. Jealousy in enormous portions. Deleted weaknesses, it's all precautions. Protected cause you bang a set, Victim when they perform extortions. Shutting your mouth keeps you out of drama you don't belong in. Cause there's no warnings. Casualties happen mornings often. Ready to die and can't afford the coffin. Your prize before misfortune. So fuck all that back and
I gave them what they wanted. Always kept it 100. Can't call it off now, nigga. Gave you what you wanted. Better build the ark, nigga. I'm about to flood it. And when them blicky spark, just know you had it coming. You knew you had it coming. Always kept it 100. Can't call it off now, nigga. Gave you what you wanted. Better build the ark, nigga. I'm about to flood it. And when the blicky spark, just know you had it coming. You knew you had it coming.
So I'll just go on and say it. T-Core is bogus. For people that watch Big Brother 26, if you're not a Big Brother fan, just fast forward about 2 minutes. I'll make it quick. Yeah, so last night came and gone, Thursday's eviction. And you know what I'm saying? So it was a brother up on the block. You know what I'm saying? Cedric, black dude. He was on the block against that Rabina and that MJ. MJ pulled herself down because she won the AI competition. You know, good for her. And on a side note, I will, even though MJ's not one of my favorite people on the show, I did respect, like, when they announced she won the AI, I like that she kept it pretty classy and chill. She didn't get all geeked and all started acting all crazy like Tucker did. When he won the AI, he was all acting like he had never won nothing, bragging and boasting and just being all like, you know what I mean? I liked how, because when they announce who wins, you know, they're like, MJ won the AI competition. She didn't like jump out her skin and try and showing people up and all that kind of stuff. I liked that. I was impressed with that. She kept it cool, casual, chill, and respectable. You know what I mean? She didn't like front the other two people out that wanted to win as well. So I like that. Because people notice that kind of stuff, you know, the braggish, bodacious bullshit. So, shout her out for keeping her cool. But basically, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, in the Big Brother house, and for white people, you're not going to quite understand because you're not black. But there's a code. There's another layer to this game, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like, black people should be in there protecting each other. Like I told y'all, if I ever play Big Brother, day one, or at least no longer than by day 2, I would have been asking all the black people in the house, hey, y'all, what are we doing? Are we saving each other? Are we working together? What are we doing here? I will want to know right away. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be my, other than, you know, obviously wanting to do well for myself in the game, one of my next main goals would be to help and protect and move along, you know, further in the game, the other black and brown people. Like, just naturally. And white people don't understand that, like, because they're not black, so that kind of goes over their head, you know. But most black people, we had an issue with that last night because T-Core, who was a black girl, and I think she's a black Brit too, and I was saying their black experience is different than the black American or whatever we call people. Their experiences are different. You know, their views on racism and like crime, like and just like, you know, money and just like all that kind of stuff. Their views might be a little different because their struggle is different than ours. So I don't know, but you know, I blame that on T-Core because Chemo is her right-hand man. So whatever T-Core was going to do, he was going to do. That's 2 votes. Brooklyn was loyal, you know what I'm saying, to Cedric. And these are black people I'm talking about. The black people in the house were loyal. Cam was loyal. Cam is black. Chelsea's black. She was loyal. And Brooklyn, she's mixed, but she's got black in her, so she's black. She was loyal. Those are 3 people that voted for Cedric to stay. T-Core, who was black, she voted Cedric out. She voted him out. And her partner in crime, Chemo, who was a brown man, I believe he's Hawaiian or Asian, or no, a Filipino, they worked together to vote Cedric out. So those are the 2 votes. Like, what? You're only in week 4. What are you doing voting a brother out for? What you doing voting another black man out for? Ain't there's a code of conduct, and it don't even need to be said or mentioned a lot of times. You got somebody black on the block against somebody white, or what, you know what I'm saying? The white person just has to go. That's what the cookout was about. It was about saving and protecting each other. How many years has Big Brother, just over the last few years finally, have they, you know, tried to make it a little more diverse? Because let's just face it, there's some racial bullshit that is going on in Big Brother. You can look it up. Don't be mad at me for bringing it up and talking about it. But that's what happens sometimes when you throw people in a house together from different backgrounds, different cultures, all that stuff, different races of people that have, like, you get some white people that get put in the Big Brother house and they're around black people. They've never been around black people. They don't have no black friends. They don't work with nobody black. They ain't ever dated nobody black and all that. And you put people in a house together, it's culture clash sometimes. White people are going to protect the white people. Black people are going to protect black people. But T-Core, she decided to go against that. It's week 4. And then the move she made, it didn't advance her game. It did not advance her game. What did it do to better her game? Week 4? You just created a target for yourself. Yeah, I didn't like that. I think T-Core's a little bogus. Like, you know, to each his own, play your own game. But like, and then there's some people that are saying, oh, well, it's not her fault. You know, the other black people in the house should have made her feel more comfortable. No, the other black people in the house mingled and kicked it with each other and got to know each other pretty much right away because it was a natural feeling. But for some reason, T-Core, it wasn't natural for her. She didn't navigate to the other black people in the house right away. It took her a while. That's why she's not in good with other black people, because it took her, maybe she doesn't feel comfortable. Like I said, her black experience is different. She's a black, I think she's from Britain, I think. So her experience is different. You know what I mean? So like, why? Some people are saying, well, they didn't give her. No, why didn't she mingle? Why didn't she get to know them? The other black people in the house mingled and got to know each other and got cool with each other and kicked it with each other and are protecting and helping each other out. Why couldn't she? That's a personal thing with her. Whether it's hard for her to get comfortable or maybe her, like I said, you know what I mean? Maybe she's a Candace Owens type. I don't know. But to say it's their fault for not being open in and bringing her in, no. That's a personal issue. She should have navigated to the other black people in the house naturally. Yep, so that's what most black people are like. Dang, T-Core, you're bogus. You kicked the black dude out the house to save someone else, and you didn't advance your game at that at all. And you could see the way T-Core is sitting in there. After the eviction, she was just sitting there looking. And then when Chelsea and them didn't say nothing to her, she was all like, oh, they're mad at me. They're not talking to me. You know why. You know why. You know why. You got to deal with that. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's a game, but still, like, T-Core is a little bogus for that. I didn't like that. Black and brown people are supposed to protect each other in that house. Unless you just straight up got something seriously personal, like something really, you know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to protect each other. That's why the cookout will go down in history, because even when they had their little issues with each other, they stayed tight and they worked it out. And they always voted to protect each other. Peace and blessings. Good morning, y'all. It's Friday. Yep, it's Friday. We made it to Friday, y'all. August 16th. I just want to say good morning. Hope everyone's weekend is going well. And I just want to, excuse me if I'm echoing. I'm in the bathroom. Just got finished washing up and stuff. You know, putting soap and water on my face, brushing my mouth and stuff. So I just wanted to read the stats real quick and just see where we're at. I haven't really looked at the numbers yet. So let's see who's checking in with DVJ and Michelle. Because I like to shout states out, you know what I mean? Every once in a while, just to say thank you. Because if people ain't listening, then there's no point in doing a podcast. You know what I mean? That coffee's good. Got that coffee going. Yeah, it's 4:55 in the morning. 4:55 a.m. on Friday. So, yeah. So, for this month, we have, these are the states that are listening to us. Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois, Virginia, Michigan, Florida, Iowa, Massachusetts. That's our first Massachusetts, by the way. That is our first Massachusetts the whole time we've been podcasting. Yeah, I looked a couple of days ago and saw that. I was shocked almost. Yeah, so shout out Massachusetts. Shout out Massachusetts. You know, and if you're from Massachusetts and you're listening and you like go down a rabbit hole or you go check out some of the old podcasts, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're familiar, but you know, your boy Donnie Wahlberg, you know, has questionable history, you know. He was convicted of a hate crime, you know, back in the day when he was younger. He had like beat up, he did some damage to, I believe it was like a Native American gentleman or an East Indian gentleman, or it was a black or brown individual. I know that. You can look that up. That's online. Yep. That is definitely online. You can just look up Mark Wahlberg hate crime. All the details will be there. Don't be mad at me for talking about it. Be mad at him for doing the stuff. But, yeah. And Boston has a questionable, very noted, potentially racist past when it comes to like certain sports things. There are stories out there, and a lot of time it'll be the white individuals telling the stories. Like Red Auerbach, he used to defend and have to stick up and speak up, you know, for black people sometimes in situations, you know, depending on where they were at. It used to be crazy because, you know, you'd have black athletes playing in these states and these cities where it was like, you know, majority white people, you know, and the black people weren't accepted or not wanted, you know, so it's like you have white people calling them N-word and all that stuff, and you can't, like, it was crazy because, like, some black athletes and black entertainers, like, back in the day, you know, like in the 40s and the 50s and all that kind of stuff, like, they were having a, like, that's crazy to think that they'd be in town to perform somewhere, basically entertain other people, make other people feel good, you know what I mean? As far as entertainment goes or whatever, you know, and then to get treated like that, and you can't even stay in the city that you're going to perform in, or you can't stay in the city that you're going to play a game in. It's like they got to hide you until it's time to get on stage or perform or whatever because white people don't want you around. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know why I got off on that, but okay, so back to, Minnesota, Nebraska, South Carolina. Did I say Michigan already? My bad. Michigan, Alabama, Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, New York, California, and Ohio, Virginia, and Wisconsin as well. Yeah, we appreciate everyone that's listening from those states. That's just for the month. And then, let's see, you know, throughout the world, let's see who's listening from other countries, you know what I mean? Other continents, stuff like that. So, United States for the month, we have 188 downloads just for this month so far. And then we have the country of Georgia. We have 4 Georgias. The country of Georgia, not the state. Well, we have the state too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my Uncle Mario, my Aunt LaRue, my cousin Tone, my cousin Rami. Shout y'all out. And then we have 3 Canadas, and then we have an Israel as well. Shout out Israel, yep. So like I said, y'all, we're worldwide. Not on a huge scale. It ain't like we have a ton of downloads from other countries, but they're on here. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Yeah. And just throughout our history, let's see, we've had, for the world, we've had, holy shit, this is who was all checked in with us throughout, I'm talking about other countries, other continents and stuff like that, just in the last 6 months. Yep, this is in the last 6 months. Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, Singapore, Australia, India, Austria, Gabon, Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Japan, Papua New Guinea, Sweden. Yep. People are listening to us. And we just got to Israel, too. We got Israel, yeah. So we're worldwide, y'all. People are listening. It's crazy to me. I'm like, damn, that's cool as hell. But it's just, you know what I mean? Because when we first started podcasting, it was just like, I'm just going to get on here. It took, actually, you know what? It took us about 2 years to actually start this. Because I think I was telling y'all before, like, my mother had bought, like, a microphone for me. You know, some couple other things for, like, podcasting equipment. This had to have been over 3 years ago. Easily. We've been talking about it. And then I just was just procrastinating because, you know, you're sitting there trying to figure out, okay, like, well, what do I want to talk about? Is my audience going to be, like, how's this going to work? Like, how's the recording going to go? How do I edit? How do I do this? Like, am I saying too much? Are there too many breaks in between conversation? Can I use music? Can I not use music? Will people be interested in what I'm talking about? Like all of that. Like how do I record an episode? You're just all this uncertainty. You know, you're just thinking it's going to be super difficult and hard and tough to do. And that's one thing too. Because I know from time to time, like the recordings on the episode, I'm talking about our podcast, it might sound crappy or something every once in a while. You got to keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you're going to find a more original podcast than ours. We have 0 sponsors. If someone wants to sponsor us, you know what I'm saying, we can wheel and deal. As long as it's not anything Trump-related, Republican-based, anything racial. Like, I won't support anything like that. I will not support anything like that. But, you know what I'm saying, if you got something else going on and you know, it's kind of neutral or, you know, not really politically based or, you know what I mean? Because y'all can tell kind of just from listening now for however long you've been listening, kind of what I'm about generally and, you know, what I stand on. You know, I'm a Democrat. You know, I'm a Mexican and black man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pretty much can tell what I'm about. I don't like black Europeans. I don't like fake Mexicans, fake Latin people, fake Asian, I don't like fake black and brown people. I like when black and brown people know who they are, know where they came from, and know what's important, and know who our common enemy is. I mean, our own individual selves are our worst enemies. We all know that. That's basics. I'm saying, but as far as next in line is that white man. Not all of them. It's not individual white people. It's just whiteness. Just that, you know, you know what I'm saying. That's what I don't like. There's individual white people that I like a lot. I think are cool as fuck. There's white people out here that got receipts that have been helping black and brown people their whole life. I'd say 6 out of 10 white people aren't racist, but it's the 4 that we got to talk about because they're dangerous. You know what I mean? So yeah. So appreciate everyone that's listening. Though we really appreciate it, and try to remain teachable. I hope everyone else is teachable. If you're not teachable, that's an issue. I don't care how old or young you are. You should always be teachable. There should always be someone that should be able to tell you something or give you advice or something like that. We don't know everything. You know what I mean? So, yep. But it's Friday morning, y'all. I'm about to go switch clothes. I got some clothes in the laundry. Go take the pets outside. Ooh, excuse me. And yeah, Michelle's son's having like a procedure done. I think they're finally figuring out what's going on with his stomach and stuff. So she'll be dealing with him pretty much a lot of the day. So she's got to get up real early and get over to go pick him up and then take him to the hospital. So You know, I might be solo dolo today. I mean, you'll hear, you know, obviously. We'll chit-chat with Michelle for a few minutes, but may not hear too much on the next episode or two, because, you know, she's just got some side stuff going on, you know. And it's been a long, like, her, it's just crazy, because, like, her son has stomach issues, you know, or whatever, and, like, so, and I guess it gets really bad, like, when the attacks happen and stuff, so, and they've been trying to figure out what the hell's wrong, you know, for, like, really, I'm going to say a couple years. You know, like, they would take him to the ER. You know, they wouldn't really do anything there for him. On a side note, I remember going to the ER one time. This had to have been about 4 or 5 years ago. My stomach, because I have stomach issues too. And so I remember I had an attack one night on it was my stomach / side or whatever. I had never felt anything like that. And I remember I ended up going to the doctor. That's the only time I can count on one hand the amount of times I've been to the ER or doctor. Like, I've never broken a bone in my body, knock on wood, but I remember going because I just couldn't deal with the pain that day. And I have a pain tolerance that's through the roof. But I remember going to the ER. I remember sitting in there. They didn't even really do anything for me. They asked me a few questions, you know, where's it hurt, blah, blah, you know, and then they'll press on the areas where you say you're feeling pain or whatever. You know, they do that little bullshit or whatever. And that was it. And then they were about to send me up to, like, to see a different, like, doctor or whatever. And that's when I was just like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm just pretty much just going to leave. I ended up getting almost a $500 doctor bill for basically them just pushing on my stomach, asking me, does that hurt? Does this hurt? Having a conversation with me, and that's it. They didn't do anything for me, but I got almost a $500 bill. They'll never see it. I ain't paying that shit. I am not paying that shit because they didn't do anything for me. That's why I'm not paying it. Back to the episode, though.